Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Divinely with Wisdom. I'm back again with the weekly check-in readings. This will be for the week of 1/12, January 12. Yeah, I will be doing these for Taurus, Libra, and Cancer. If you've been tuning into the channel, you know why I do those three specific reading or specific signs. But I will have a collective reading coming up. I wanted to do one just to kind of kick off coming into this new year. I just want to tap in and see what's going on for the collective at large. But for today, it will just be Taurus, Libra, and Cancer, because that is all I have time to do today. Okay, so I will get, obviously I'm starting with Taurus this week for the week of January 12th. So yeah, this is Taurus's reading. But let me go ahead and get my little disclaimers and things out of the way before I start the reading. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you will stick around, enjoy the messages. Hopefully they resonate with you. If you do, make sure you subscribe so that way you know when I drop new readings. If you are returning to the channel, thank you so much for being a subscriber, hopefully. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, go ahead and do that, so that way you can also know when I drop new videos as well. I have been utilizing the community tab a lot more, so not as much, but I have been doing it more. So I do some communicating there, as well as posting what am I trying to say, mini readings, if you will. And I usually will do it by elements, sometimes by sign. It just depends on the time I have and what I'm feeling at the moment to do and tap into. Okay, so also as you are listening along throughout the video, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're sharing, make sure you're commenting. Okay, just do all the things. And hopefully that will just let me know that you are resonating with the readings and you're rocking with me. Okay, the cards that I'm using, that will be in the description box below. What else am I trying to say? If you want to book a personal reading with me, how to do that will be in the description box as well. I don't solicit for readings, so if someone is posing as me, which I don't think that they would be, since I'm still a fairly new tarot reader on here, yeah, I don't think that they would. But if in the unlikely event that they are doing that, go ahead and not get got, okay? Because I don't solicit for readings, so you have to contact me to get those, okay? And I do not do them for free unless we're friends, or we have some kind of understanding, or some kind of giveaway, because I will start doing those giveaways for different things, where you can get a free reading depending on the contest, or I also mentioned before in last week's readings that if people want me to use certain decks, and even if once I have my Amazon wish list up, you can suggest in the comment section, as well as gift or donate any decks that you would like me to use, and those who donate decks will get a free personal reading from me. Okay, just to say, just as a thank you in return, and I will use the deck that you donate, so that way it's kind of like you are getting to use the deck as well, if that makes sense. So as I go along and I figure out how to link my wish list to my channel, which I don't think it'll be a big deal. It's just having, like, finding the time to do it and stuff. I will do that eventually. So yeah, without further ado, I think I got everything out with my disclaimers. Yeah, just, you know, like I say in all the readings, I think at this point I don't have to say it because it's kind of self-explanatory, but, you know, take what resonates. You don't have to, everything doesn't have to apply to you. It won't, because this is a reading that is for a collective of Tauruses, a collective of Libras, Cancer, you know what I mean? And for all readings, it's for an overall collective. So every single situation or thing that comes out will not apply to you individually. So it's like general readings, basically. When you want to get more in-depth readings, that needs to be something that is one-on-one, and where you can, you know, have time, you know, extended time to really dig deep and see what's going on. Okay. All right. So now that I get that out the way, I don't know why I felt like the need to say that, but I think some people, when they don't feel like a reading is, you know, speaking to their specific situation, they try to discredit readers, and it's not that. It's like, it's a whole bunch of energies going on when we're doing these readings. And yeah, it's, you know, for multiple people that come across these videos. Okay, if something doesn't resonate with me, I don't take it on. I just keep it pushing. Okay. All right. So sorry for all that long-winded stuff, but I just wanted to get that out there. All right. So we're going to start with, like I said, Taurus, which this is the video that I'm starting with. All right. And these decks are already pre-shuffled, but sometimes I like to do it on camera, just, you know, just to kind of get really into the energy or whatever. So yeah. And I also like to see if any channeled messages will come out for each of these signs, just, you know, just in case. So Taurus, I don't know why I'm getting like, I'm hearing the word circus. I'm not sure what that is about, but circus. Maybe some of you are going to a circus, or maybe you feel like life is a circus, like it's some drama all the time, or it could just be how you're feeling in the moment right now. Life is a circus. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay. Also hearing the word beat. So maybe some of you like to listen to music. Like you're a music head. Like you really love music. You really love some of you could be like musicians as well. Because I'm getting someone like, I mean, it's Sunday, so some of you could be, if you attend church or if you're in a band, maybe you played today. Yeah, music relaxes you. Some in this group. Well, I mean, I don't know who wouldn't like music, but you know what I mean. But no, some of you really have like a deep admiration, a deep passion for it. So this could be how some of you make your living. Like this is what you love to do. So yeah. I'm also hearing, Mama, I made it. So I don't know. There could have been something, and maybe even going into this week for Tauruses where you're like, Mama, I made it. Like, damn, like I really made it through the storm. Like I got through whatever it was that was trying to hold me back, whatever it was that was trying to keep me stagnant. I got through it. So you're really feeling good about yourself going into this week, Tauruses, because you've overcome something major. Okay. All right. So that is what I'm getting. Of course, if more messages will come out, but um, if it's not necessarily pertaining to the cards, but it needs to come out, it will. I don't sugarcoat anything. I just say what I feel and what I see. Okay. All right. So we're gonna turn these cards over so I can get a good look at everything, and I read the cards. Sorry, y'all. Column by column, as opposed to what am I trying to say? As opposed to row by row, like I was doing. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit. Okay, so this you have out here is interesting, but I think it speaks to what the channel messages were that came out. Okay, so the start of the week, you have the Page of Water coming out, and that would be the Page of Cups. So this is intuitive, sensitive, artistic friendly, and it says a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So yeah, going into this week, Tauruses, you could be very intuitive. I don't know. My mind is really going to that because you could be called to really like get in tune with yourself and see things for what they are. There's also the artistic element, and it's aligning with the Seven Sisters down here, creativity. So I mentioned some of you possibly being musicians, and music being something that you really love. So it could be a thing where you use music to manifest certain things, and it also could be, like I said, like you have a really deep passion for music. Like you feel the notes, like you feel the lyrics, like you get the beats, the instruments, like you feel it deep within your soul, like you have a deep admiration for it. And even more so if you create music. So the Seven Sisters coming out and aligning with the Page of Water. Again, this is someone who's like very in tune with their artistry side, like their creative side. Like, everything that you touch is beautiful. Like everything that you create, it is meaningful. It brings life to others. It brings people joy. So going into this week, like I said, you could be being asked to kind of tap into your creativity. Maybe this could even be like part of your work, like being a musician. Even with creativity, this could be creating some type of artwork, because I look at this how colorful this card is with the Seven Sisters. It makes me think of like a painting, as well as even this background. It looks very like, I forget what the oil painting is what I get from this. So yeah, I'm thinking of like people doing like the oil painting, stuff like that. So yeah, that could be very significant. Creativity is very significant for you going into this week. Okay, so by midweek you have Three of Fire. So that would be the Three of Wands in original tarot. You have it says abundance, exclamation point. Things looking very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Okay. Uh, so yeah, like I said, you could be going into this week really needing to kind of get a handle on things as far as like making, because I'm really looking at that make long-term plans. um and then also it's interesting that Allah grief is down here, the card grief. So I think that there is something that could have been causing you grief. And when I mentioned that, like, life is a circus, some of you could really be feeling, what's the word, like you have like multiple things going on, if that makes sense, especially by midweek. Things could be kind of popping off here and there, and it's just kind of like, okay, I need some time to process certain things. So things could be a little hectic. It could be causing you grief, not like literal strife or literal boohoo sadness. I just really think that this is more so like kind of minor annoyances kind of popping up. And I feel like that kind of came out last week in last week's readings. And I can't remember exactly which sign it was for. But like little minor inconveniences, annoyances popping up, which that would align very well with have patience at this time. Okay. So yeah, definitely have patience, especially with fire energy. It can be kind of impulsive and quick to react. So yeah, just make sure, Taurus, is that you're not so quick to react. And usually Tauruses are very like grounded anyway. So, if you feel like, you feel like something is like the last straw and you make you want to crash out, don't crash out. Just take time to breathe and just exhale and just get through it with the minor inconveniences, because I already know like little things can piss me off. And I just have to, like, being a Taurus rising, I have to really rein myself in, as well as being a Libra. Like Libra, very balanced, very calm, very, laid back, but at the same time, we can turn into Aries because it's our sister sign. So, yeah, Taurus, I believe the sister sign or opposite sign of Taurus is Scorpio. So, with that, you all can be very, you can turn into like the cold, very sharp tongue, stinging type thing, with the biting words and the, especially when you want to snap, it can go that way. So just try to not let anything get to you as far as like grief is concerned. And like I said, I feel like grief, this is more so like good grief, like good grief. Something is happening again, something is happening now, not like literal grief, if that makes sense. Okay, just like you're having like minor inconveniences, annoyances, and it can be very like annoying to the point that it makes you want to it makes you want to yell or like crash out. But don't do that. Just keep a calm, level, grounded head, and just know that you'll get through whatever it is. Okay. And so by the end of the week, you have ego. This is Archangel Jophiel. And I believe this is, what card is this? I want to say that that's the, I wonder if that's the Tower card. Let me see. Sometimes I forget. Oh, actually, number 15 is the Devil. So, yeah. Sorry, y'all. But, so with this, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so with this, in number 15 in the tarot would be the Devil, and that's kind of represented by Capricorn. So, Taurus says you could be dealing with a water sign, fire sign, as well as Capricorn. energy. So just, just see how that might show up when dealing with these energies here. So yeah, it says ego. This is a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And then you have at the bottom there, or yeah, at the bottom underneath, or y'all, trying to get more words right. You have a Nancy betrayal. So yeah, with this, again, I don't feel like, I'm not getting like grief or like a betrayal that cuts deep. I feel like this is more so like betrayal, if that's a word. It's more like almost, maybe not self-betrayal, but like self-sabotage in a way, because with the ego card, it says a false sense of entrapment. So you could be feeling like, some of you, not all of you, could be feeling like you're trapped or you're stuck. And again, I go back to the Three of Fire, where it's got good grief. Like it's always something happening, like little stupid minor annoyances. And so this can make it feel as though you are trapped by something. But it's like it's easy for you to, just kind of step away from that, and not let little things get to you. Okay. And then it also could be like you kind of have it like negative, talking to yourself negatively because maybe something happened out of your control, but you're blaming yourself for it happening. And that's just not the case. So like, definitely don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't stop just before something can, transpire or happen, just because there's some kind of like minor setback or some minor inconvenience or annoyance, right? Try to just go ahead and keep it pushing, keep it moving, because you have like a lot of, besides these two down here, these are really beautiful cards, like that you have, like, the creativity, you have an outlet with that. You can create something beautiful and even be like awarded, paid for your talents. You know what I'm saying? So, you have all this good things. So this card itself, in and of itself, I don't think it's necessarily false as well as the betrayal. It's just the trying to, making sure that you're not self-sabotaging yourself. That word self-sabotage is really sticking out to me. So some of you could be feeling a little iffy by the end of the week, and and it could be because of those minor inconveniences that happen, any like setback or anything like that. But don't let that get you down. Okay. All right. So your affirmation card is, it says today, like I said, it's usually for like daily kind of check-in things, but you can use this for the full week. Okay, it says today or this week I am kind. This week I will make this day count, or days count. I will do something kind for someone. All right, so that is what that says. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Hopefully something in it resonated, if not all the messages that came out. And I will be back next week with the weekly check-in. Might not be on camera. I may just, do the spread and talk that way. I've done that before. It just depends on how I'm feeling, y'all. But yeah, and the amount of time I have on the weekend. But yeah, so Taurus, really hope that you all enjoyed the reading, like I said, and I will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.